Hi my stamping friends, I'm Sandra at artypapercrafters.com and today I have a sweet little project for you. This is a little post-it notepad with a little pencil, and I've got this gorgeous heart which comes, cross, which comes from the Hold On to Hope stamp set. You can also buy this as a bundle and get the matching frame that dies, which are called Cross of Hope, and this is the stamp set which is called Hold On to Hope. A lovely little set. Let me pull you out so you can see what I'm talking about. Lovely little set, comes as a bundle. You can save 10% if you buy both together. And all these products that I'm demonstrating today are available to purchase from my online shop. Just click on the little down arrow description button and that will take you to my website, which will show you which products I've used to make this today. So it's a sweet little notebook. It's got a little Velcro fastening which I have strengthened in double the amount of cardstock so that this part here doesn't fall to pieces easily. And then you've got your little post-it notepad. This post-it notepad came from Asda's. They come in a block. You get a pink one, a yellow one, a blue one and a green one, and I've just pulled them apart to use them as one colour. So let's make this easy little notebook together today. So let's put that to one side, and today I am using mint macaron cardstock, and that is cut at oh dear, I've lost my measurements. No, I found them again. So right then, so this is a piece of mint macaron cardstock. It is cut at 7.5 by 3.5, which is 19 by 8.9 centimeters. Then I have a piece of DSP. This is the Share What You Love DSP, and this measures 3 by 3.25 inches, which is 7.6 by 8.3. The middle piece of this strengthening belly band type thing measures 1 inch by 8.25 inches, and then I have a piece of scrap to cut out a little symbol on my little front. You don't have to do that. And then I've already prepped up and cut out my cross with my layering detailed one, as well as layering this other cross on the top, which makes a beautiful little embellishment. So let's continue and do our scoring. So let's get the scoreboard out. So we're going to score it on the long side, and we're going to score it at 3 1/8 inches, 3.5 inches, 3 7/8 inches. So that's the scoring on there. I think that's as far as the scoring goes. No, we're going to score our little belly band, and we are scoring this at 3/4 inch, at 1.5 inches, at 2 inches, at 4 7/8 inches, and 7 3/4 inches. And then while you've got this done here, when you fold that over, that will catch because it is the same measurement. So what you're going to do is you're going to shave off the merest whisper, and I'll explain to you why. Is that you don't want it catching when you do your gluing down because of your fold lines. So I'll explain all that in detail later, but that is what you do with that. Right, that's our scoring done, so let's put our board away and start folding. So to start with, we're going to fold this cardstock over. We're going to fold this over like that on those two middle score lines, and using your bone folder you're going to smooth it down so it looks like that at the moment. So you've got this front flap here looks shorter, but bear with me because it won't be soon. So you go down and you eyeball about 1 inch and you cut across into that first score line. Then you eyeball about 2 inches down and you cut across there as well. Now open that up and we are going to stick some of our red double-sided tape along this outer score line here and this outer one here. Don't stick anything in the middle. So come down with me so that you can see what I'm doing. I hope you can see because it's got extremely dark and I've got the light on in here and my lights on my desk and it is still dark. Where we put the clocks back, it's affecting the light in my room. Right then, so you've got your little bits of tape on, so can you see that? You've got tape on that outer score line there and there, nothing in the middle. And then you're going to pull those off and you're going to fold it over on the second score line like that. So get your bone folder. So you've now folded it over on your second score line, so you've now got that. And then you push that middle part up and then you're going to fold your other score line back on itself and just fold that back and then pop that up, and then that is now in alignment with your front. Well, it will be. Stick with me. So I've got my corner rounder punch because I do like to see my corners rounded on this. So round those two end corners off. And then this is my DSP, work out which is up, which is down on your pattern. And then I'm going to do my corners on there so that that matches. And now we're going to stick this onto the front. Like that. And now we need to fold that back and we're going to put together our middle part. So what happens is you're going to fold that part over in the middle like that, and then you're going to take that tab at the end there and that goes into the middle of there and fold, and then you're going to open that up and fold again, and we're going to stick that down onto itself because that now forms the front and is going to come up the front to form this part of our clasp. So let's stick this down on itself. Stick this down on itself. Right. And then we need to stick this across the middle of our book. So we're going to put some wet glue along here and just stick your wet glue on that edge to the first fold. You don't need any glue on these bits here because these are the bits that come round the front. So you get the middle and fold this over, and we want this edge here to be, so we'll put that in the middle, and we want this edge to work out to be about 1/16 away about 1/16 of an inch away from this front edge. And so now you will have that. So you've got a 1/16 of an inch gap there, and that is the part that comes round to form that book shape, and that forms your clasp, and that's double thickness. Right then, the next thing we're going to do is stick our book in, and I've got my block, and I think that the green is going to go in there a treat. These came from Asda's, if I didn't say. So not expensive. And then we're going to glue that down. So I'm going to put a bit of wet glue along the top here. And you need to position that equidistant top and bottom, but coming across the front. So working quickly, we need to get that up to there, like that. So that's where you need to do it. So you've got equal distance top and bottom, and tucked up snugly to that clasp edge. And then that goes like that. So now we are going to put our cross together, and I'm just going to put a small amount of wet glue on my little lacy edge. Right then, we're going to layer that up on here. So that's gone on there nicely. And then I'm going to pop this one up, this top one, and I'm going to use my foam adhesive strips, because that is perfect in width for this. So these sit on here. Cut that off to the length you need. And then a piece across here. And a piece across here. Then we're going to peel off the backing. And I really hope that the light is not fading for you, because it's certainly fading for me. And then line that up and stick that on so that that's nicely. And you can see that you've got like a raised up piece now on that. It's a bit 3D, and that's going to sit on the front. Now we need to get our Velcro dots, and these are called hook and loop white self-adhesive dots, and they are 13 millimeters, and I got these from Amazon. You get 100 hooks and 100 loops, so you can make 100 projects. So we've put the dot, and I always put 1 to 1 like that. Peel one off, stick one on there, and then push that on the front there. Pull it up, make sure that that's stuck on both sides, because we don't want that falling off, and press down. That's those, and then we can stick our cross on, because now we know where to stick it. And I've got which position to stick it, and I've got some wet glue. I'm just going to secure that on with some wet glue, and that's going to go on about there. I think that looks good. And I on this one I cut out a little motif out of the same DSP, and I used a retired punch, which I should get. This is a Stampin' Up! Retired punch, but you can use whatever you wish. And I'm just going to pop that in there and punch out like a little flower. And I'm going to stick that on with some wet glue onto there. And I have these gorgeous little ivory deco flowers that I got from the range, I think. I'm just going to cut one of those off. And we're going to stick that onto the front there. Beautiful. And to finish it off, I've got some little pearls, and I'm just going to use my largest one to go in the centre there so that it matches my little pearl flower. And to finish that off, of course, we need a pen. And so to match the project, these pencils, these are little mini pencils, and they also came from Staples, actually. Staples mini mechanical pencils. 12 in here, 0.7 mil, and they're perfect size for this project. And I think this yellow one fits in there a treat, like that. And so that is my project for today. I hope you enjoyed my video. Let's come down and show you in a bit more detail. Thank you so much for joining me today. Should you be interested in purchasing some Stampin' Up! Products, I'd be very grateful if you could click in the right hand corner button where you'll go to the down arrow description bar and click on project tutorial details, and that will take you over to my shop, which will show you all the products that I have used today. So thank you again, and it's bye from me for now. Bye.